I like those blazers.
We have head coach Tammi Reiss. Coach, when you get settled, just an opening statement.
First thing I want to address is the crowd was absolutely unbelievable. Education Day here at the Ryan Center is mine, the coaching staff, and the team. I know it's maybe not the auxiliary staff's favorite day, but to be able to play in front of that much energy, as a player, it's special. So I want to thank all the schools that gave their kids off and let them come to the game, because that energy to end the non-conference, springboard us into conference was really, really special. Really proud of the team today. Over the past, I think it's 26 days without a win. We really focused on us, on getting better, the things we need to do to be successful. And we broke down every game, how we're in every game, whether it's Iowa or Harvard or Princeton, and then, some of the things we can't do well, and really focused over the past 8 days on cleaning that up. And so our practices were extremely competitive for minutes, very, very game-like, really focused on second half of practice, like second half of games, last 4-minute execution, being able to get the ball where we want it, with who we wanted to get the shots we wanted. And so I think our practices really improved our performance today. Taking care of the ball, turning people over, offensive rebounding, and then shooting. We put a premium on shooting, whether it's foul shooting, whether it's three-point shooting, and just field goal percentage in general. So really spending a lot of time in practice, game-like shots throughout the course of practice. And so really happy to see some of our kids shoot the ball really well. If Sophie P. and Honey shoots like that on a regular basis, we win 3 or 4 more games in the non-conference. So now, can we turn the tides? Can we become a better shooting team, better execution team for conference? And that's our hope, and that's what we're going to build on again after we come back from Christmas break.
Tim, when you build on non-conference, or when you reflect on the non-conference slate, and you kind of look at that stretch that you really haven't experienced before, what does that teach you about yourself as a coach and about the team?
The biggest thing as a coach is as competitive I am as a player as well. I'm the hardest on myself. So every little thing I blame myself. Did I not prepare them correctly? Did I not substitute correctly? Did I not run the right plays? All those things. And so when you have a lot of new faces and they're used to winning, and so it can go south very quickly in the form of confidence, especially with new people. They think they can roll in here and just, step off right where we left off last year or the year before that, 3 20-win seasons. It's not that easy. And so they really didn't understand the culture here. They didn't, and finding the chemistry, the work ethic, all those different things. And so as a coach, number one, I had to stay positive, because I have a tendency to, I can really be hard on myself, them, but with a group that's not as confident as I am, I had to try to stay positive with them, and little victories, and how we can improve and keep them focused on next game, the process, because it's real easy to show up in practice and not compete. That's one thing I will say this. We were on a 5-game losing streak. They never came in and felt sorry for themselves. They never came in and didn't ask what we wanted of them. Now, can they execute it? That's the key. So I'm proud of that, but that's what I learned about myself, is I have to have patience. I learned that I got a great staff that also has patience, and you got to keep plugging away, and you cannot, we say this to our kids all the time, you cannot give up. You cannot hang your head, you cannot feel sorry for yourself. No one's feeling sorry for you. A-10's applauding. About time. We can get Rhode Island. Every team that comes in here thinks they can beat us now. And so you have no time for self-pity. And it's really taught me, stay positive, put your head down and go to work, and that's your job. And get your kids ready for the next game. Next man up. Like Rocky said, it's not how many times you fall down, it's how many times you can get up and keep on swinging and keep moving forward. So that's what I learned about myself, is, put a smile on your face and keep moving forward.
Maybe 28 turnovers. obviously that's a stat that can speak to maybe some of the struggles of the other team, but how much does it speak to just how well you played defensively today too?
Well, I think our pressure, we've been working on our 55. It's not something we put in early. We just started, really working on it. And so I think that really disrupted Saint Francis. They're turnover prone to begin with. So, it's something as a game plan. We said, listen, we're going to heat them up a little bit. In the first, 2 quarters, 3 quarters, see how successful we are. And we were very successful. I think we had 15 at halftime. And then third quarter, by the start of the fourth, we called the dogs off and really tried to get better in our late game execution. Our goal was to hold them under 40. We did that. I would have liked under 35, but 40, defense has not been our problem this year, really. It has not. It's been offense, and so we have to keep defending and rebounding. Now, can we score with teams? That's the key. Can you score with St. Joe's or Richmond or George Mason or Duquesne? And today, watching the ball go through the basket did a tremendous job for some of our kids. It really boosts their confidence.
You made sure afterwards to bring the group together and then have them run around the arena and just thank the kids. Just how important was it for the players to be able to sort of wave and thank them too on the way up?
All of us, including me, I went to days like this and saw my role models play. Like, that's what I want to do. And when you're young and you get to see that atmosphere and you get to watch, especially little girls, they get to watch. Like, I could do that. I could go to college. I could play basketball. That's part of our 10 commandments, the way our culture is. It's service. It's giving back. And we have a great group that understands that they've been in their shoes, and to make kids feel special, a part of our family. And so again, this day is so unbelievable for us. I love the fact that our administration timed it right before Christmas. It's the kids' last day of school, so they're all jacked up on Mountain Dew and sugar. They're like ready to go. But for me, I'll always remember this day when I grew up, when I was sitting in the stands, and it's really special for us, and our girls love it. They love it. And you touch one girl, that could be, there's the next Caitlin or Juju or Paige sitting in that crown, you never know it. And so, pay it forward. And that's what women's basketball has always done.
How important is it for Sophie to have the game that she had today?
It's really important, and I've said this, and again, she's been banged up, really banged up for now 5 to 6 months. And so she finally, the past couple weeks, even in practice, she's shooting about 40%. We chart everything analytically, and so, and when we're watching, all our shooting drills live, we chart, and she's been heating up in practice. So, and I tell the kids, you're not going to show up game day if you're not prepared. If you don't do it game-like in practice, that's what gives you your confidence. Sophie's had a really good about 2 weeks of shooting the ball, and now she's starting to get it back. She's letting it fly, her balance, everything about her has changed a little bit. Sometimes as a shooter, and that's why I tell you got to keep shooting, but you got to do it in practice. That's where you'll say, I'm ready for today. I've done it all week. My work is done. Just get me the ball. And that's what she's done the past 2 weeks. You've seen it at Harvard. You're starting to see her get her mojo back a little bit, and that's really important for us. We have to have her spread the floor and shoot the ball so they can't double Honey and some of our bigs down low.
You talked about being able to score with other teams. You guys had 27 assists as a team today on 31 field goals. Is that something you really take pride in?
I do, sharing the ball. And again, we've worked a lot on our offense the past couple of weeks. Sophie V, our point guard, she had 8 assists and 0 turnovers. That's a stat as a head coach you love. I think the UConn point guard, a men's team, has some unbelievable assist to turnover ratio right now. We chart, best in country, and that's the point guard's job, both Inez and Sophie V, is you take care of the ball, you distribute, start getting our shooters where they want it, when they want it, how they want it. And I think Sophie V's done a really good job at doing that. But today we shared the ball unselfish, and we hunted great shots, not good shots. Great shots. And when you have a great shot with no defense on you, you should be able to make it. Only thing I wasn't happy today was with layups. We blew a lot of layups wide open, but other than that, I thought the assists were incredible, and we hunted great shots.
Coach, with conference play around the corner, you had 4 or 5 players get at least or around 12 minutes off the bench. How important is it for those role players to get extended minutes off the bench right as conference play comes upon us?
you know, in practice, I've said this, listen, you're gonna compete this next 8 days, 10 days in practice for playing time. If you can get it done here, you'll get playing time. If you cannot, you will not play. And it's the ones who have really, all of them, and that's why we played the way we played today. They went after each other. So Katie competed with Sophie P. Sophie V and Inez went after Honey and Albina. If you see all our kids in face masks, they literally have broken their faces. That's how hard they're competing. You see all our kids with tape wrists, because it's been a bloodbath for the last, I think, 10 days, because they all want playing time. They all know now what it takes to win. And that's what, all our kids were banged up. Literally, we've been practicing some days with like 6 kids, because they want it that bad. And so today they earned the minutes. I did not, because it was a blowout, I wouldn't have played certain kids had they not earned it in practice. They earned it this week. And they prepared each other. I asked them all in the locker room after the game, was it easier in the game or practice? And they said, hell, the game. If I don't see Honey for 5 days, thank God. Albina and Honey literally killed each other. Every one of them went head to head. And I swear to God, it was a bloodbath. And so we needed more of that. Earn your minutes. If you want to play, if someone's not getting the job done, you can take their minutes. We haven't done that in a while. Everything was set, everything was comfortable, and we didn't have competition in practice. Lately, we've had unbelievable competition, and it's gotten us ready, and everything's been game-like. So shooting in practice, to get your shot off, you really got to earn it. Now Sophie P's got her rhythm back, because she's working every minute in practice to get her shot off, game-like quality. And so that's where I've been really happy with our team. Again, coming off 5-game losing streak, 26 or 27 days without a win, and to show up and practice during finals as hard as we did, that shows me their character. It shows me they don't want to lay down, and that's what I'm proud of. Regardless of our record, what we've done and the work we're putting in, I'm really proud of the group.
Any other questions for Coach? Awesome. Well, thank you very much. Have a good holiday.
Thank you, everybody. Happy holidays. Have a Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays.
Thank you.